CertPunch practice round for CCNA 200-301. 22 questions. Read the prompt, choose the best answer before the reveal, then listen for the exam logic behind it. Let's begin. Question 1 of 22. Which OSI layer does RSTP utilize to avoid network loops? Option A, data link. Option B, physical. Option C, network. Option D, transport. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option A. Exam logic. RSTP operates at the data link layer because it uses BPDUs to prevent loops by determining the root bridge and port states. The trap is confusing STP/RSTP with higher layer protocols like OSPF. Question 2 of 22. At which OSI layer does PPP operate? Option A, Layer 4. Option B, Layer 2. Option C, Layer 5. Option D, Layer 3. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option B. Exam logic. PPP operates at Layer 2 because it encapsulates data for point-to-point connections, similar to Ethernet. The trap is confusing it with Layer 3 protocols, like IP. Question 3 of 22. Consider the diagram. When using OSPF, what might prevent router A from establishing adjacency with router B? Option A, route summarization is active on both devices. Option B, dead timer values differ between the routers. Option C, loopback addresses reside on separate subnets. Option D, process IDs on router A and router B don't match. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option B. Exam logic. Dead timer differences prevent OSPF adjacency because routers must match timers to form neighbor relationships. Process IDs are local and don't affect adjacency. Question 4 of 22. How many severity levels of syslog messages are displayed on the console by default? Option A, 7 levels. Option B, 6 levels. Option C, 5 levels. Option D, 2 levels. Option E, 4 levels. Option F, 3 levels. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option A. Exam logic. The default console displays all 7 syslog levels, as level 7 includes emergencies down to debugs. The trap is forgetting that default includes all levels. Question 5 of 22. Which statement about named ACLs is accurate? Option A, they only support standard ACLs. Option B, they filter telnet/SSH usernames and passwords. Option C, they filter layer 7 traffic. Option D, they limit traffic rates to specific networks. Option E, they handle both standard and extended ACLs. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option E. Exam logic. Named ACLs support both standard and extended types, unlike numbered ACLs. The trap is confusing them with features like rate limiting or layer 7 filtering. Question 6 of 22. What does port fast do? Option A, speeds up direct link failure recovery. Option B, sets ports receiving BPDUs to error disable. Option C, enhances indirect link failure recovery. Option D, allows instant data transfer without spanning tree delays. Option F, designates the switch connection port. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option D. Exam logic. Port fast allows immediate data transfer by bypassing STP delays for end devices. The trap is mixing it up with features like BPDU guard or uplink fast. Question 7 of 22. What authentication method does SNMP v2 use? Option A, HMAC SHA. Option B, HMAC MD5. Option C, community strings. Option D, CBCDES. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option C. Exam logic. SNMPv2 uses community strings for authentication, while SNMPv3 uses stronger encryption. The trap is confusing it with newer protocols like SNMPv3. Question 8 of 22. What does the command config #error disable recovery interval 400 accomplish? Option A, adjusts the auto recovery timer. Option B, activates port security. Option C, restores an error-disabled port from port security after a delay. Option D, recovers an error-disabled port from BPDU guard after a set time. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option A. Exam logic. The command sets the auto recovery timer to 400 seconds for ports in error-disable state. Other options specify particular causes, like BPDU guard or port security, not the general timer function. Question 9 of 22. What happens when these commands are applied to a Cisco switch? Switch config-if, switch port security, and switch config-if, switch port security MAC address sticky. Option A, static MACs are saved to running config if frames are detected. Option B, dynamic MACs are stored in startup config. Option C, static MACs are saved to startup config if frames are received. Option D, dynamic MACs are retained in running config. Option E, dynamic MACs are logged in the VLAN database. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option D. Exam logic. Sticky MAC addresses are learned and stored in the running config. The correct answer avoids confusion with static MACs, which are manually entered, or startup config storage, which requires a manual save. Question 10 of 22. How does EIGRP for IPv4 differ from EIGRP for IPv6? Option A, AS numbers are set in EIGRP, not EIGRP v3. Option B, only EIGRP v6 activates in global config mode. Option C, only EIGRP v6 needs a router ID in the routing process. Option D, only EIGRP v6 advertises all connected networks. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option C. Exam logic. EIGRP v6 requires an explicit router ID if no IPv4 address is available, while EIGRP for IPv4 uses an interface's IP by default. The other options misstate fundamental configuration differences. Question 11 of 22. Which traits belong to Layer 3 switches? Select 2. Option A, lacks routing support. Option B, cannot split collision domains. Option C, can divide broadcast domains. Option D, routes based on IP addresses. Option E, cannot use OSPF. Option F, increases broadcast domain size. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The correct answers are options C and D. Exam logic. Layer 3 switches can route traffic between IP subnets and create separate broadcast domains for each VLAN. The wrong options contradict these core functions, such as lacking routing support. Question 12 of 22. When subnetting a Class B address with the subnet mask shown on screen, how many subnets and hosts per subnet are available? Select 2. Option A, subnets, 500. Option B, hosts, 50. Option C, hosts, 256. Option D, subnets, 1. Option E, subnets, 256. Option F, hosts, 254. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The correct answers are options E and F. Exam logic. A, The subnet mask shown on screen, mask on a Class B address, creates 256 subnets with 254 usable hosts each, based on 8 bits for subnetting and 8 bits for hosts, minus network and broadcast. Question 13 of 22. Which IPv6 address is valid? Option A, the IPv6 address shown on screen, 08GC-140B. Option B, the IPv6 address shown on screen. Option C, the IPv6 address shown on screen, 130H. The IPv6 address shown on screen. Option D, the IPv6 address shown on screen. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option B. Exam logic. IPv6 addresses use hexadecimal digits 0 through 9 and A through F. Option B is valid, while A, C, and D contain invalid characters or incorrect compression. Question 14 of 22. What's the port number for SSH? Option A, 110. Option B, 22. Option C, 21. Option D, 80. Option E, 23. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option B. Exam logic. SSH operates on port 22. Option B is correct, while other options are common ports for different protocols, e.g. 21 for FTP, 80 for HTTP. Question 15 of 22. What term describes supporting both IPv4 and IPv6? Option A, port security. Option B, VLAN. Option C, STP. Option D, NAT. Option E, dual stack. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option E. Exam logic. Dual stack enables devices to handle both IPv4 and IPv6 during the transition overlap, unlike NAT, address conversion, or STP, loop prevention. Question 16 of 22. When a host discards a damaged frame after checksum failure, which OSI layer is involved? Option A, data link. Option B, session. Option C, transport. Option D, network. Option E, physical. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option A. Exam logic. The data link layer manages physical data transmission, error detection, and frame formatting. It discards damaged frames based on checksum errors. Question 17 of 22. What are the first 24 bits of a MAC address known as? Option A, STP. Option B, OSPF. Option C, NIC. Option D, OUI. Option E, EIGRP. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option D. Exam logic. The MAC address's first 24 bits form the Organizationally Unique Identifier, OUI, a vendor code. The remaining 24 bits are device-specific. Question 18 of 22. Which two outputs from Show Interfaces verify interface reliability? Pick two. Option A, TX load shows interface reliability. Option B, reliability indicates interface trustworthiness. Option C, RX load reflects reliability. Option D, most reliable is 255/255. Least is 0/255. Option E, most reliable is 0/255. Least is 0/255. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The correct answers are options B and D. Exam logic. Reliability indicates interface trustworthiness, with 255/255 being most reliable. TX load and RX load measure load, not reliability, eliminating options A and C. Question 19 of 22. How do you recover ports in ERR-disabled state due to port security violations? Option A, go to the interface and run no shutdown. Option B, replace the ERR-disabled interface. Option C, shut down, then re-enable the interface with shutdown and no shutdown. Option D, repeatedly unplug the cable. Option E, restart with reload. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is Option C. Exam logic. To recover an error-disabled port, shut it down with shutdown, then re-enable with no shutdown. Other options like reload or unplugging don't resolve the violation. Question 20 of 22. At the data link layer, what determines the destination? Option A, MAC address. Option B, ACL. Option C, IP address. Option D, URL. Option E, port number. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is Option A. Exam logic. Layer 2 switches use MAC addresses in frame headers to determine destinations. ACLs, IP addresses, URLs, and port numbers belong to higher or lower layers. Question 21 of 22. Which settings must match to bundle ports in Ether channel? Select 3. Option A, iOS version. Option B, trunking mode. Option C, CDP status, enabled, disabled. Option D, switch port type, access, trunk, layer 3. Option E, speed and duplex settings. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The correct answers are options B, D, and E. Exam logic. Ether channel requires matching trunking mode, port type, and speed/duplex settings. iOS version and CDP status don't affect bundling, eliminating A and C. Question 22 of 22. Which switch does STP select as the root bridge? Option A, 32768, the MAC address shown on screen. Option B, 32769, the MAC address shown on screen. Option C, 32768, the MAC address shown on screen. Option D, 32769, the MAC address shown on screen. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is Option A. Exam logic. STP selects the root bridge with the lowest priority, 32768, and lowest MAC address. Options B and D have higher priorities, making them incorrect.